Before the season began, this Saturday looked like it would be one of the most exciting this season, with plenty of big games on the horizon. Instead, there will only be one game between ranked teams, and those teams are West Virginia Mountaineers and TCU Horned Frogs, which weren't exactly a couple of preseason darlings. Still, numbers next to names are nice, but they don't mean everything, and there are still games worth your eyeballs this weekend. All-Americans know. 23 West Virginia at number 8 TCU, FS1, 3:30 p.m. This is a massive game for both teams. With the top two teams in the conference now qualifying for the Big 12 championship, this is a must-win for both sides to keep pace with Oklahoma Sooners. After all, both still have to play the Sooners, so neither can afford to lose other conference games. And if all of that isn't enough to pique your interest, the over-under is set at 68 points, so there will be touchdowns. Number 13 Miami at Florida State Seminoles, ESPN, 3:30 p.m. Everybody is pretty sure that Florida State stinks now, but I'm not. This is still a team that was ranked number 3 to start the year and was a popular preseason playoff pick for a reason. It's talented, and while it has suffered injuries, its 2 losses have come against good teams. Of course, Miami is also pretty good, and might just be better than the Noles. It's hard to know who will win, but if you look at the history of this rivalry, odds are this will be fun. Starters Wake Forest Demon Deacons at number 2 Clemson Tigers, ESPN 2, noon. Clemson's been somewhat dominant this year, but last week Wake Forest gave Florida State more than it wanted. The Deacons are a salty team and could provide a test for the Tigers this weekend. LSU Tigers at number 21 Florida Gators, CBS, 3:30 p.m. I expect it to be ugly, low-scoring and close throughout. Like slowly driving past a car accident and not being able to look away even though there's a good chance you'll see something you don't want to. Michigan State Spartans at number 7 Michigan Wolverines, ABC, 7:30 p.m. One of my favorite rivalries in the sport right now. No matter how much better one of these teams is than the other, they almost always seem to play close games. Number 11 Washington State Cougars at Oregon Ducks, Fox, 8 p.m. Can Wazoo avoid a letdown after last week's win over Southern California Trojans? Can Oregon overcome the injury of Justin Herbert to pick up a significant divisional win at home? I feel like this game can go one of 100 different ways, and I want to be there to find out which direction it takes. Reserves no. 4 Penn State Nittany Lions at Northwestern Wildcats, ABC, no 1. 5 Georgia Bulldogs at Vanderbilt Commodores, ESPN, no 1. 1 Alabama Crimson Tide at Texas A&M Aggies, ESPN, 7:15 p.m. Stanford Cardinal at number 20 Utah Utes, FS1, 10:15 p.m.